Welcome to the Mischief. I'm Valen, and this is Automaton. Today I hope to get up a new excavator machine. I guess we'll find that out. But hey, before we get into that, I feel I should thank Simric75, one of our fabulous patrons. Thank you ever so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. So, I'm kind of running around without any armor on. Let's put that on. I also forgot to mention in the last episode that I was using this heavy plated shield with energy stored in it for zapping mobs. It's pretty good like that. I've been using it when I was fighting the Enderman, which there was an Enderman spawner in the dungeons area. And back here, I just plopped down a battery on the back here in the wall, LV capacitor, and it just outputs to this. See, it's got 32,000 kilo RF in there, and I can just pop that in there. It's all charged up, take it back out, and it now has energy stored. It zaps enemies on occasion when I block, which you can modify this thing in your bench. It also has a magnetic glove. I forgot about that actually, and shock emitters. So that's what they shock attackers and vaporizes projectiles on occasion. Even if it's out of power, it still has a chance of doing that. But the magnetic glove is really cool. You just put it in your inventory, you back up twice really quick. So you just double tap backwards, and it automatically goes into your hand. It's really slick. One of the best things in here, it doesn't require a keybind. Oh, it's so nice. But yeah, I did a lot of canvassing of the area. In fact, let's go over to the little lookout spot that I've got over here. I really need to focus on getting a roof on this place. But I covered a very large portion. Like, I went out all the way out to that arch, more or less in a large square-ish shape up to the edge of these large hills and such over there. And I was able to find lots of interesting things, but none of the ones that I really... Well, there was one that I really, really wanted. And that is not the lapis one. It is the coal, because it's going to have coal, which I need for coal coke, as well as diamonds and emeralds, which more or less the emeralds are pretty good because I've got so many diamonds now from just regular mining. But the coal and the emeralds, funny enough, it's the coal that I actually wanted more. But it's so rare because it's got those other ores in there that I can't seem to find it anywhere. There's an Enderman over there. Let's look at him, see if he... No, he's not going to come over here. There's a window between us. But yeah, I've got some other things in my inventory because of the plans that I have today. I was thinking we might do a little boss battle action. We might go adventuring. We've got so much iron now. It is coming out of my ears. And for those that don't know, skystone chests, yep, they can be rotated. You just use the little wrench, which from Applied Energistics, one of these little quartz wrenches here. And you can rotate it to be opening on the sides, or it can open on the bottom, or whatever. In this case, I have it opening on the top. And I've got some extra XP shards. I've got a lot of XP shards. I closed down my stuff for the night, and I forgot that I left. Here, let's actually just take a shortcut. I left things running. So this is like an entire day's worth overnight. I've got almost 1,400 blocks of iron. I feel pretty comfortable with my iron supplies. I also have a void upgrade on here so that it voids off any poppies more than 2,048. And we've got this here with all the 417 XP shards. Each one granting me 2 levels worth, or I think 16 XP. And I put in an upgrade in here just in case it got that high, but it didn't. And this thing's just been running on passive power. I was considering switching out all my power reserves to like HV, but I figured, you know what? I can put that off again because I left that running. So that's kind of a thing. So let's get on over to a little bit more interesting stuff. Now, I know that we were doing core sample drills. I got the loot chest here. I already claimed that, but it didn't actually open much up. I mean, I've got excavation here, which is going to be the excavator. And these are all the materials we're going to need for that, which is going to be interesting nonetheless. Oh, it requires radiator blocks. I didn't realize that. And I'm out of light engineering blocks. 9 blocks of steel. It requires a lot of steel to get that thing going. But you know what? I'm feeling pretty confident about that because we've got a lot of steel in the system, as well as a bunch upstairs that I still have yet to put in the system. And yes, I hooked up my AE system So don't worry about that. Let's grab this. I got 52 blocks in here. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'm going to take some of the coal. No, I'm going to leave the coal coke in there for now. But I need a lot of these things. Let's see. What are we going to need? 26 steel scaffolding. Is that in the other one? Oh boy, I only have one. Well, I need 25 more of those. 15 steel sheet metals. Okay, well that's actually good. I've got 15 of those. Then 15 blocks of steel. I've got 54 blocks of steel. That's good. Light engineering blocks, I don't have any at the moment. 5 heavy engineering blocks. Oh, I thought I had. Oh, I do. I've got 6. That's brilliant. Okay, then 3 radiator blocks and 1 redstone engineering block. So let's grab one of these redstone, and I have 1 radiator block. So I have most of the materials. It looks like I'm missing scaffolding, the light engineering blocks, and some radiator blocks, and I should be good to go. And then we can get that set up. We'll need to make some HV connectors. I've got some HV wire coil already, and then we can connect that up to our diesel power system temporarily. Or we could even hook it up to our passive power, but I figure why not just let that keep running for now. And we're not using the diesel at the moment anyway. And I don't need like tons. Well, tons could be speculative at this point, but I don't need like thousands of blocks of, lead and silver. Just, a bit for a while. I think like a few stacks of each is going to be more than enough. And then maybe we could switch it over to something else elsewhere, maybe in the nether, and I can get a whole bunch of nether quartz as well. I've never actually tried this in the nether, but that's worth doing. So let's try getting some more of these radiator blocks. I'm going to need, how many was it? It was, I can't read that, 3. So I just need 1 crafting of radiator blocks. All right, some copper, some steel, and a bucket of water. All right, so for those that don't know, I installed one of these down on the bottom, an ME storage bus. I just right-clicked it down here. Well, actually, I sneak right-clicked it. But then it placed down here and connected everything in my system to the ME crafting terminal. So now when I access this, you can see I've got 46 blocks of diamond, which technically I do, and I have 418 diamonds, right? So if I look up diamonds, there we go. It has both in here. But if I take all of those out, you see that the rest of them all disappeared. So it works as it should in that manner. So that's really good. That's really, really good. I didn't realize I had diamond horse armor. And yes, I'm actually already using up most of this. I realize that this one's green here, and this one, and these are both green as well, but 62 of 63 types, 63 of 63, and only half the bytes used, 63 of 63 and half the bytes used, 62 of 63 and half the bytes used. It seems to be an ongoing theme. It's like I need more types. And this is why I personally prefer refined storage, just because I hate having to manage that. I realize that there are ways that you can manage it. I just really dislike that. And the fact that you then need to start crafting more storage options, which I do have those in here, and I can craft more, and I likely will. But first, let's see about making some more radiator blocks. And then I'm going to leave the bucket in there. I'm not really bothered with that. Can I make any of these? That's a revolver barrel. So I'm going to need some steel being turned into rods, which I have set up upstairs. Okay, switch that out, and then I can toss in, I do have some blocks. I did not convert them into anything yet, so let's turn these into that. And I think 1 equals 2 rods, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I see only 1 here on there. Yep, there we go. It gives me 2. So that works out quite nicely. Now I just need to wait for that to kind of process. In the meantime, what else am I missing? I've got the steel sheet metal, the steel block. Oh, the light engineering blocks. That's something I'm going to need. All right, so now I should have enough rods and plates that I can make the rest of these. I need at least 1 more iron mechanical component. There we go. And then I can use these to make the light engineering blocks, if I'm not mistaken. There we go. And that's just 2. Oh, that's right. I've got the rest in my inventory. There we go. 10. Perfect. Which I realize is 1 more, but I mean, they come in pairs, so it's no big deal. And then I think everything else is good. I've got it all complete except for the steel scaffolding. I forgot. Okay. All right, let's do this one. Oh, shoot. Okay, I gotta put the rest of these in here. I keep forgetting I need to, like, insert all this stuff. 2, 3, what is that? How many did I need? 26. Getting close. 2 more craftings should do it. And that should finish off that quest. Excavation. Excellent. And we got a loot chest. The excavator is another massive multi-block that will dig up ores in the current chunk. The excavator consumes 4,096 RF per tick, so you'll want to make sure you're producing enough power before hooking this beast up. It's very true. So let's move those and see what kind of loot we may have obtained. A growth crystal tier 2. Nice. That's pretty cool. Those are not cheap. As you can see, they require nether stars. And they move along quite well. So, what I'm missing at this point, let's see, I think I need, is it 9 blocks of steel? 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to get rid of the rest. That should do. And I'm going to need some HV connectors here. Specifically these ones. Oh, there we go. And I've got some relays up above. I don't think I need any more than that. But I did realize that there's also something else from Immersive Engineering that is just always a lot of fun. That is never, or, well, not never. I will say rarely used. There it is, the Engineer's Skyhook. Oh, I don't have any of the materials for that. I think I might be able to make this. Can I make 2 of those? I can. And then I just need to make one of those components. Another one of those iron components, which requires 4 more iron plates. And I think, yeah, I can only make that on the metal press. Blech. Or, heck, I could find it in dungeon chests? That is so weird. All right, I'm going to make a few of those, and then I'll be back. There we go, 4 plates, and I have an entire stack's worth being made right now for the future. I figure this way I don't need to worry about, making any more for quite some time, especially since I've got so much iron now. It's actually really, really nice. All right, iron mechanical component. Make one of those, throw it in the system, and make one of these skyhooks, which are always a lot of fun, at least from what I remember. They're a little bit glitchy at times, but you can use them to ride wires. In the current version of Immersive Engineering, you'll get zapped on bare wires, but you can use twine or things of that nature. I think that there's like the rope, or what is it, hemp rope? There it is, hemp rope coil. Can I make these? No, I need industrial hemp fibers. Wait a minute, I thought I had a bunch of those. Oh, that's right, I do. They're upstairs. Up there. Which actually, I wonder if I can hook onto this. No, it probably doesn't work on regular cables, which totally makes sense. So I'm going to go get some more of that rope. All right, throw a bunch of the industrial hemp fiber in here, and then I can make some of these coils. There we go. And I can just connect these via some of these things here. The structural cable connectors, if I'm not mistaken, they do require some steel, but I can make a bunch of those, and then I can use those to actually get around. Oh, it's about nighttime. Here, let me get a snooze, and then we'll set this up so that I can get up and down from the ground outside really quick. This should be fun. All right, there we go. So now if I put some kind of connector here, and then I run this. Yeah, there we go, linking. I could feasibly have it running down into an area over here. Now, I don't have any posts with me. And sadly, I've soul sand, because I plan on fighting the Wither today, but I guess we'll find out how this goes. Let's just take out this tree. We can use some of this wood here for starters. 2, 3, and then I can hook this up. And then I think I can do this. There we go. Now, I don't think this will let me go up, because I think it only goes down, or... Oh, I forgot. There we go. Yeah, that just drops me down instantly because I was already at the bottom part of it, I think. Let's try this from up here. Ah, that's what it was. I needed to hold the button down. I don't think that I can actually... Oh, it does work going up. Ow! Of course, it does kind of smack you a little bit. And getting up here to this is a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be. I guess There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. I mean, that's just temporary for now. And I'm experimenting because we could use this to get around to different places as well in the base. I think that'll be a lot of fun. For now, let's put all this stuff away. And in fact, I'm not even going to equip my shield because I don't think that that's a wise thing at this moment. Let's put this sapling down over here. I've got a captive audience of all these puppers, and thanks to my helmet with ear defenders on it, we're not getting barked and whined at very much. Don't worry, they're all doing good. They're all healthy. No worries there. So let's actually turn on the chunk boundaries and start mining this thing up. So this is a galena vein, which is going to get me silver and lead, which are two of the things that I don't have much of, and I may need a whole lot more. First, let's have a little nom, and then we can start building this beast. Actually, you know what? I'm going to run inside. Let me grab my skyhook real quick here. And it works. Okay, yes, I do keep hitting something on the way in. But I'm going to grab one of my projectors. And now that I've got my book here open to it as well, there are 2 pages to choose from. You've got the main body, which is this, and then you've got the digging wheel, which is this. I find that the digging wheel is actually normally a good idea to do first. So that's what we're going to be doing, is that. And then we'll try building the frame around it if possible. So let's go see what kind of damage we can do. Actually, I just realized I'm up here. It'd be nice if I could have a way of getting out from up here. I don't think I can get up here too easily. Well, that was kind of a mess. Yeah. Whoops. Well, still, let's try this. This isn't going to work so well, I don't think, because I'm going to end up just falling down. Oh gosh, this is a bad idea. This is a really bad idea. Let's put this up here. And I don't think that the rope is going to work so good here. Yeah, the connection's obstructed, so I'll have to come up with something better. Maybe I can put it just up there on the outside. But yeah, that kind of hurt. Anyway, let's get this projector on here, and then we can start building some of this. I know it's going to require blocks of steel. I think it takes the sheet metal and stuff. I can't remember. What does that take? Blocks of steel and scaffolding. All right. So I need more of these boundaries so that I'm not digging in the wrong spot. And in fact, this tree needs to go as well. Sorry, tree, but it's a thing. You're just going to have to deal with it. Get that out of there. And then I will need... Oh, that's right. I'm going to need a platform to build this on. Let me go grab the scaffolding for that. I'll be right back. All right, so after a few failed attempts, we're going to try and do this again. But hopefully this time we're going to actually have things moved out of the way. I realized I didn't have things in the right place. I'm going to have to build a platform after I've got this all set up, just in case there are things in the way, like this. There we go. And now things are kind of fitting a little bit better as opposed to before where they weren't fitting at all. All right, so now I just need to get some blocks of steel on here. We can get the bucket wheel set up first. Then we can click that with the hammer. Hui, and be good to go. So now just a little bit of scaffold. And one of these on this end. One of these on this end. Scaffold, 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 and this. Then I just grab the hammer, da-da-da-da, and we've got ourselves a bucket wheel, which is actually, is it facing the right way? Yeah, it's facing the right way. Okay, cool, which is perfectly fine to me. Now I just need to build a small platform for everything to sit on around it. All right, so with that in place, I now need to take the book, and we go back a page, escape, and we put this up here with the new image. There we go. And then we try and let's click, click, click. That's center click, by the way, if you're confused. Right click there, and then I can start putting these things in place as well. And I'm pretty sure this goes 3 tall. I could be wrong on that one, but we'll find out. Steel, sheet metal. And there we go. As I should, I have one light engineering block left over. Now I just need to find the spot to hit this with the hammer. And I was wrong. The radiator blocks actually get spread across here. But let's try clicking here. Hey! Ooh, challenge complete. Big boom. Excellent. And it looks pretty decent. I just need to put the rest of this platform down. And then I think that we'll be good to go. I don't want to put it in the spot where those buckets are going to be digging away either. All right, let's get this projector off there, and there we go. There you have it, folks. We've got one excavator in place. And now I think I'm going to go get a nap, because that was a very long, hard day. Actually, it wasn't that bad at all. But I will need to get some power over this thing, and I'm going to need to get some, not connectors, but the relays going on here. So let's just hop back in the house. Oops, and go get that snooze. Okay, so now that I have the ingredients that I need, I think I'm going to be branching off of this right here, output, and then we can go from there. This, and I think I'm going to end up just going on the side of this building here, if I can even reach that far, maybe. There we go, that should work. And then over to there, and then big jump. Okay, that wasn't too bad. I do feel that I'm going to need something a little bit more substantial in this point, but for now, let's just hope that this will do. Can I even reach this? Yes, okay, good. Then I can connect that to here. Where's the power? I thought it was on top. Oh no, it's on the side. Oh, crud. That's going to be awkward. So I guess here? Connection is obstructed. Get out of here, Fern. I don't want... No, doggone it, that Fern messed everything up. Oh, now there's a block in the way. Can you please connect with the block, with the thing? Yay, there we go. All right, cool. And now I can connect this here. That should give it some power. I don't think... Oh yeah, it's powering it up. It should be giving off a decent amount, but because of the distance it has to travel, it's losing power. And I also don't have any anything hooked up to this at the moment. I feel what I should probably do is have another battery over here that is charging up, and then I just like pull the lever, because right now I think this is just wasting power. I don't think it's actually enough power being supplied to it at the moment, because it's not moving. Yeah, all right. So maybe I get a lever and fix things up a bit. In the meantime, I'm just wasting power, so I am going to break this. All right, so I'm going to make a breaker switch, and I'm going to go steal that other HV battery that's upstairs and see if I can make use of that. This one right here, in fact. And this means that this has got power coming in. Okay, yep. And then I need to run and jump down here. There we go. Put that down. I need to have the connector on top of that going over to that. And then one going here, but I'm going to need the breaker switch on the side. So with this in place, I should be able to grab some of the coil. Oh, I forgot I had that. And then I need to link on the side of this. No, come on. Cannot link this wire here. Why not? Why not? I can run it across, but I can't link the wire on it? Why you no work? It should work. Due to the high risk, these switches will not accept HV wires. They will also emit a redstone signal when they are switched on. This behavior can be inverted by clicking the switch with an engineer's hammer. Okie dokie then. So that's the thing. I know how to fix this then. We're not using the power switch for that. Or this. Nope. I'm going to do a completely different setup. All right, so I think I've got something that should work for the meantime at least. Connect all these together, and I can connect this here. And this is automatically feeding into the excavator. Look at that, yay! And then it gives me 4 million backup power. Now I just need to wait for this to fill itself up. And then when I'm ready, I can flick the lever, and then it should work for at least a little bit of time. I just need to set that up on some kind of timer, or give it a lot more power, which we do have a steam turbine that we could probably make as well. You know, I was about to get myself a chest, but I realized I've been carrying around 14 crates for a very long time, so I'm just going to put that there, and then we'll see how it goes. How's this power doing? It's very nearly full. All right, there we go. 4 million power in this HV capacitor, plus the excavator has 64 kilo-IF in it. So if I pull this, watch how fast this power gets used. It is currently stating it is not working. Wait, what? Why you no work? Do I have this thing improperly lined up? Oh my gosh. I do. Look at the wheel. The wheel's in the wrong spot. Oh. For crying out loud. The wheel is 1 block down from where it should be. Oh, mistakes have been made, my friends. Mistakes have been made. I need to raise that wheel up. All right, so time to break it apart and do this again. There we go. So here's the problem, though, is that I'm going to have to waste a little bit of power. If only because I kind of have to click in here. Yeah. There we go, and then place this back down, and go click on this again, which actually I've got a crate in the way. This is great. There we go. Man, the derps. Hey, it's working. It's working. Let's turn that power off. Put one of these crates back in place here. We're going to let the power regenerate. All right, it's all full. So now, there we go. That should slowly drain the power over time, if I'm not mistaken, or no, it's actually holding up quite well. Is it working? It's working. It's digging grass. Yeah, it's starting to dig its initial grass area underneath, which is really cool. Look at the animations of this. It's pretty slick. I do like these. This is like, oh, there we go. We're getting our first ores coming up. And we actually got some silk-touched grass. Look at that. Grass block. Lead ore already. Excellent. Okay, so it's maintaining 59.5 kilo-IF in it, and it is slowly eating through this because it's losing the diesel power is having a little bit of loss on the power connection. Unless you have it connected like directly to it with no cables, like all capacitors or something like that, it's going to have some loss to it. So this is only going to last for so long before it finally stops, and then this wheel is not going to flow quite so smoothly. After that, it's going to start moving a little bit, I don't know, like chunky, like chunk, 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 you know, like moving around a bit stuttery. But I think that that's pretty cool. I just need to work on getting some proper poles coming down here, cleaning this up, getting myself a way of moving around from top and bottom with my new Engineer's skyhook, which I think can be a lot of fun if I do it properly. But right now, I think I've got things a little bit messed up. So yeah, that's a thing. I look forward to doing a lot more and taking the items here. Maybe we'll get an industrial turbine set up close to this thing, and then that could start working. I have yet to use the industrial steam turbine that is in the book, so maybe we'll look into doing that next instead of some of these battles that I had planned. I'll leave it to you guys to let me know what you want to see next. Shall we work more on a little bit of extra power generation, or shall we go adventuring? Because I'm going to need some more materials for some of the other things I have in mind. Specifically, I have a quest out to go into a water temple and also to fight a wither. So, what do you guys want to see next? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget, we're always going to be streaming, well, not always, I guess most nights, we're going to be streaming on Twitch around 10 p.m. UK time. So I'll see you guys there.